It's January 2021, and we are hiking about a 20-mile section of the Florida Trail along the Suwannee River, not far from Live Oak, Florida. We'll be hiking from Florida Trail mile marker 624.3 to mile marker 643.4. Okay, we are at the Suwannee Canoe Outpost, where we will be spending the night on Thursday night. They're going to give us a ride to the trailhead in the morning. $10 to launch a boat. Okay, January 15th, we are at Stephen Foster Cultural Park, starting our weekend hike. Let me introduce you to the team. We have Payload, so named because he carries about as much as a half-ton pickup truck.
I like it.
And we have Baza, and we call him Baza because we just like to say Baza. And we have Scout, so named because he is an Eagle Scout, has quite a lot of experience in the outdoors, knows quite a bit, and is a good mentor to the new hikers. And we have Too New, as in too new to have a trail name. This is her first experience backpacking, so it should be a good trip. And of course we have me. I am Geezer. You can tell I have a little bit more experience than the rest of the gang. We are at Spring House, right at Stephen Foster Cultural Park. So check it out. It's right on the Suwannee River. Of course, Stephen Foster was the composer who wrote the famous song. I think the actual name of it is Old Folks at Home. And there's a nice spring right down there for some nice fresh water, which we can't quite get to. Okay, here we have a Florida hill. Actually, heading down. Most of the Florida Trail, we have not seen any elevation changes. So now that we see a hill that's a solid 15 feet high, we're kind of excited about it. Okay, here we are at Catfish Hole. You can find that on the Guthook app. Nice thing about this area, little camping area here, as you can see, with this blue blaze. There's a nice picnic table here, brand new, and some really nice benches over here. A fire ring. The river section has been very beautiful. A lot of cliffs. The white sand is something we weren't expecting. We were expecting some limestone, but the sugar white sand has really been a surprise for us. The GoPro is waterproof. Nice little beach area here. And all the way on the other side. Very pretty. Slippery. Wow, it's slippery. Okay, pretty steep going down here. There is a rope. See if I can do this with my camera. Right here. that you can hold on to help let yourself down so you don't fall. There we go. Not sure it's really necessary, but it's there.
Could have been worse. It looks more intimidating.
You see that Scout forgot his rain jacket, so he borrowed my wife's. He looks very dry. We spent most of the afternoon setting up camp, gathering firewood, and trying to get the fire started, which was a challenge since everything was wet. We were so busy, I forgot to take video of our campsite until the next morning. Alright, sun's finally coming up, warming us up a little bit. Got down to about 37 degrees last night. But Tunu had the plow point set up last night. She was quite warm. I had the plow point as well. We're at mile 636. It's almost noon. The sun is shining. Temperature is 51 degrees. We're gonna have a short day. We're just doing 7 miles today. Try to get to the camp, set up, let some of our stuff dry out, and get a fire going and just kind of have a relaxing evening. So the Suwannee River is a blackwater river. Its headwaters are in the Okefenokee Swamp up in Georgia. It flows 246 miles down to the Gulf of Mexico. The blackwater is due to the decomposing vegetation. According to the sign we passed earlier on the trip, the blackwater rivers are common in South America and the southeastern United States. We saw a few kayakers along the way. Okay, so this nice gazebo here with an overview of the river is at 637.5 on the Florida Trail. We talked about the black water in the Suwannee River. This is water that has already been filtered. You can see the tea color of it. That's from the decomposing vegetation in the water. It's harmless. In fact, the consensus of our group is this water tastes better than what we get out of the tap. Hey Scout, what you got for dinner tonight?
It's a lemon pepper tuna burrito.
Can't beat that.
Can't beat that, no.
Well, you might be able to.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Tunu, what do you have for dinner tonight?
Chicken tortilla soup from Chef Tom.
Sounds like a feast.
You actually can't beat this one.
Okay, so Tunu is letting her ground sheet dry a little bit, but she's pretty much set up. Got the plow point going again tonight. For me, it's going to be cold. It's supposed to be down to 27, maybe up to 30 tonight. We'll see. So I've got the bivy sack out, just to add a little bit of extra warmth. And I've got an A-frame in the front, but I've got it closed on the back. You can see the wind is blowing quite a bit, so that keeps the wind out. I was just inside, and it really makes a difference keeping that wind out. My Scout is all set up here. Putting a little bit of insulation on the bottom of the tent. Looking good. What kind of tent is that?
Hike and bike. 2-person tent.
Very nice. Easy to set up. Payload. Got the Nemo ready to go. Got payload over there trying to catch a fish. Baza trying to catch some water. And two new trying to catch some Z's.
Catching the sun too.
Just a little side trip. Just 100 feet away from our campsite. Stairs a little bit rickety. Yeah, it's real pretty here. The water flowing down along the limestone rocks right into the river. Just walked up this branch a little bit. Beautiful cypress tree, big cypress tree right there. The water's flowing around it. Got the limestone rock, the green moss. It's a very scenic spot. Just a relaxing night around the campfire in preparation for the deep freeze tonight. The Weather Channel says that it will be 31 degrees tonight. We're ready for it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have broken camp. And we're just sitting around the fire, having a little snack before we hit the road. It ended up being about 31 degrees this morning, around 6 a.m. we think. A little bit of frost out, but not much. Pretty comfortable night considering we all had sleeping bags and emergency bivvies just in case. Starting off the day, going down into this ravine. It's a makeshift bridge. It's actually quite sturdy. We are starting the ascent of Devil's Mountain. We stayed at base camp last night, and now we're making the push for the summit. The view from the summit of Devil's Mountain. Well, we have been looking at the white sand from a distance this whole trip. We finally made it to one of the beaches. Got some nice white sand. Let's see. Here's the old US 129 bridge. And we're going to take the Blue Blaze off the trail and start heading back to our cars. This is the road that heads out to the Sitco station. And from there, it's just a short little walk over to our cars at the agricultural inspection station. Hike is almost over. And I hate to pan too much, but there's the agricultural inspection station. And here is where we parked our cars. Very convenient. And another hike is in the books.